But as I went through, I found that I was a lot more interested in education too, which kind of led me to the school psychology route. And so I ended up getting two minors, both in education and in counseling. But one thing that I did that really surprised me was if you get a bachelor's in psychology, you really need to commit to getting further education beyond that bachelor's if you want to really use that degree and further your education there. So that was something that was definitely surprising that I couldn't I mean, I could, but a lot more opportunities are available if you get further education and go to graduate school. So that was a bit of a surprise there.
That. All right, so you finished at USC there. You got your credits, 121 hours, whatever it was.
Mhm.
Did you walk at graduation?
I did. I did. Yes. Yep.
Fun
Hmm.
experience, right?
Oh, it was. It was so cool. Yep. They did the whole thing with Cocky wearing the feet and all of it. Yeah. It was
That is
great.
cool. All right, so then what? You got that bachelor's
So
degree, now what?
yeah, so I graduated after 3 years at USC. I could have graduated after two, but I still wanted that second minor. And I also just really enjoyed that college
No
experience. So I kind of
faculty, then
extended
I
that.
understand.
Yeah, yeah, I extended that beyond. So after I graduated in 2016, I took a year and I worked for USC as a research assistant on two different research projects. One was funded by the CDC, and then one was funded by the National Institute of Mental Health. And that was looking at the effectiveness of parenting programs on kids ages 3 to 7 with behavioral difficulties, and then also seeing the effectiveness of that program with parents who have a history of substance abuse. So I had a really cool experience working for some really awesome people that are written up in textbooks to do some of that research there. So I spent a year working on that research and doing that and really trying to figure out, which direction do I want to go? Because I knew I always wanted to go and further my education and go to grad school, but kind of trying to figure out, what do I want to go in the research route or kind of more the applied route? So I took the time to do that, and then I applied to graduate school for school psychology programs. And then I ended up going to Winthrop University to their school psychology program, and I ended up graduating with both a master's and also a specialist degree. So that's a 3-year program.
Excellent. I love Winthrop. Got a
Oh,
degree
yeah.
there too. All right, so graduate school is very different than undergrad. A lot of people, you don't really understand that until you go through a graduate program.
Yeah.
How would you say it's different?
It's a lot less, it's a lot more applied, I would say. And it's very specific on your interests. And, like in undergrad, you take like your history, you take science and math. It's just very general. And then going into graduate school, it's really honed in on your specific area. So I had a lot of very school psychology specific courses. And it's also very like applied, like you're working in internships, and it's very collaborative. It's a lot smaller. So my program, there were 12 of us in the whole program. So a lot of that, it's a lot of, again, like independence and accountability and very long range projects. So something that you're assigned. We have a portfolio that we had to complete at the end of the program. And that's something that you're working on for like a couple years, like 2 years or so, like kind of building up that portfolio. So a lot of like longer length assignments and that sort of thing. So, yeah.
Definitely different for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, so you graduate from Winthrop. Did you walk that time?
I did. So I graduated in 2020.
Mhm.
So, but luckily, so we had two separate graduations. I got my master's at the end of my second year, and I was able to walk at graduation in
Okay.
2019, my second year. And then when I officially was done and graduated, it was 2020 and it was COVID. And so we had a little Zoom graduation and yeah.
But at least you had the first one.
Yep.
Part's good. You got the hood and all that.
Yep. Yep.
So that's awesome. All right, so you're a graduate several times over. You come back to Horry County. What brought you back?
So I had debated back and forth about wanting to come back. You know, my mom still lives here, my family's still here, wanting to go there. And then I met my husband back when I was at USC. And when we met, we had no idea we were both from here. And then, you know, as we got to know each other, turns out we're both from this area. So he had wanted to move back as well. So when I finished up grad school, just kind of happened to move back here and see how it went. And I've kind of been here ever since, and this is just kind of home. So just wanting to stay here. And yeah, I've been loving it.
How long have you worked for Horry County Schools?
This will be my 5th year.
Fifth year. Exciting. You're going to get a pin at the end of the year.
Oh, I am going to get a pin.
uh, I'm getting one too. It's your 15. So I'm pretty excited too. Uh, all right. So you've been working in Horry County Schools. You're a school psychologist. What all does that entail?
So my job is I work primarily in kind of the special ed world. So if there is a student who has difficulty with reading or math, or maybe they're having trouble focusing, they may be brought up to me, you know, to do any evaluations to see maybe why they're having that difficulty. So looking at things like ADHD, or for younger kids, looking at things like autism or learning disabilities, those sorts of things, if that may be impacting their learning, and then helping teams decide if they may need more additional supports through special education, or if there's some other supports that we can give them. So just kind of working in that world, and also helping to figure out how students just struggling in general who may not rise to that level of needing that special education support, how to support them in any difficulty that they're having too.
Do you enjoy it?
I love it. I love it so much. Yeah.
Love to hear that. All right. So last couple questions. It's going to be a two-parter. First part, what advice would you give seniors? You know, they're finishing up and we have 2 months left. Finals are super early this year. They're in April. What advice do you give the senior who's finishing up? What advice do you give the freshman who's just started?
Oh, so for the seniors, I would say just enjoy every minute of all of your people that you have around you that you've had with you for all these years, enjoying all the fun moments like prom and graduation and everything, and just kind of enjoy all of that, but also stay focused and kind of get done what you need to get done, because these last few months are very important and they definitely still count. Colleges are still looking at those if you're planning on going to college. So stay focused, but also enjoy the last little bit of high school that you have, and not to be nervous about next year if you're going to college or if you're not, that it'll be a great experience and you're very, very well prepared, and probably more prepared than a lot of others that are in your same shoes. So not to stress about that. For freshmen at this time right now, I would say a lot of the same, like enjoy your freshman year, and then also just get excited for starting some of those college classes, and don't be too intimidated by it, because there's still a lot of support that teachers and other students can give in those times. And again, you're really prepared, so nothing to overly stress about, but also definitely take it seriously and take advantage of this opportunity, because not all students get this amazing opportunity to have that exposure to college classes. So just take advantage of it, and don't stress too much, and just stay focused. Yeah.
Very cool. Good advice on both ends there. All right. So that wraps up our interview part. If you want to hang on just a moment, got a couple non-interview related questions for you.
Yeah.
But thank you as always. We're super proud of you. It's always good to see you. Keep posting cool stuff on social media.
Thank you.
It's all great. And awesome job. Couldn't be more proud.
Oh, thank you.